with a 190,000 point elevated welcome offer, this card became a no-brainer. Howdy, I'm Hutch, and today I'm going to be walking through applying for the American Express Business Platinum card. Also show you how you can get the 190,000 elevated point welcome offer, and talk through some of the decisions that I made for why this was a good card for me at this point in time, as well as why it may or may not make sense for you. So the American Express Business Platinum card gets 5x points on flights and prepaid hotels booked through AMEX Travel, 1.5x points on business categories, as well as any eligible purchases of $5,000 or more, and you'll get 1x points for everything else. You'll also get a $400 statement credit at Dell. This is split up into two $200 credits semi-annually, a $360 statement credit at Indeed, a $150 statement credit for Adobe Creative Suite, $120 statement credit for purchases with US wireless phone providers, $200 airline fee credit, $189 Clear Plus credit, both Marriott, Bonvoy, and Hilton Honors Gold Elite status, a fee credit for TSA PreCheck or Global Entry, access to the Fine Hotels and Resorts program, no foreign transaction fees, trip delay insurance, trip cancellation and interruption insurance, business platinum travel services, premium car rental privileges, and of course, access to the Centurion lounge. Let's be real, a lot of people like to get the platinum cards just for this alone. And of course, another benefit that isn't really mentioned, but it's kind of inherent. This is a business card, which means that your personal credit won't actually be impacted by this card. All right, now that we've gotten that out of the way, let me tell you how you can actually get this 190,000 MR point bonus for applying for the American Express Business Platinum card. All credit, by the way, goes to the frequent miler and upgraded points. I'll link both of those websites in the description. At least as of this recording, this link still works. So heading over to the frequent miler website, you'll see a table of contents and you'll see the different methods. We're gonna only focus really on method number one. You're going to open the link that's provided directly from this website into a fresh browser specifically. And once you do this, you should see a Business Platinum card welcome offer. If you don't see the 190,000 point offer, what you're then going to do is take that same link and open it instead in a private window, an incognito mode window. First, load into this page. It just shows me a 120,000 membership reward points welcome offer. Not what I want. So I'm going to copy that link. And now instead, I'm going to go into Google Chrome and I'm going to right click and open up a new incognito window. Let's just go ahead and paste this link again. All right, we're back on the page and we scroll down and damn, first try of opening up on a new incognito browser window, 190,000 point offer. This is exactly what we want. If you're not seeing it on Chrome, just try a bunch of different browsers. Ones that I recommend: Safari, Firefox is another good one, Opera, which I use personally, and Brave. It's another good one that I've used in the past to find these kind of offers. So I'm going to hit apply now. And you can see that it is, again, the elevated 190,000 point offer for $15,000 to spend in purchases for the first 3 months of card membership. And now we're just going to walk through actually applying for the card itself. One thing I want to stress, because some people get weird about this. Oh, maybe I don't actually have a business, or I can't get this because it's a business card. You can absolutely get this even if you don't have what you might typically think of as a business. If you've ever sold anything online, if you've ever done Uber or Lyft or anything like that, you can apply for this card. Pretty standard stuff. We're going to put in our email address, the legal business name. I operate as a sole proprietor, so this is just going to be my actual name. DBA name. I'm just going to check this box that says company does not have a DBA. Business address line. This is just going to be my normal address. Business phone number. Again, just going to put my phone number, and industry type. This is where people can get a little bit lost, I think, especially if you're marking yourself as a sole proprietor. What do I actually choose here? I put myself as information, internet, broadcasting. So let me see if I can find those things. There is no thing for internet, but there is something for other. So I'm going to go industry type other and company structure. This is a sole proprietorship. Right. Years in business. So I've been operating for 3 to 5 years now. Members, employees. I am the only employee, so I am just going to put 1. And then annual business revenue. I will put in what I have and my estimated monthly spend. Don't overthink this. If you are a small business or just an individual person, if you're not bringing in a lot of money, or if you're not bringing in any money in revenue, that's fine. What you're trying to do here is think about a realistic estimate of what you can expect your business to bring in the future. The whole point of these business cards is to help small businesses basically start up. So if you're not bringing in anything, that's fine. Try to make a realistic estimation of what you think you can bring in and what your expenditures might be to support that. All right, role in the company. I am the owner. And then this is just going to go into personal information. This is just like any other standard card that you might be applying for. First name, middle initial, last name. My home address is the same as my business address. This is true. So it's going to auto populate all of that for me. Home phone number. It's going to be the same thing. Cell phone number. I'm not going to include that. Social security number. Hi, I'm not going to show you guys that. And total annual income. This is going to be your actual income that you're getting from all sources, including your normal standard job, as well as any bonuses or anything like that. You can basically like load this up with all of your different income sources just to show like, hey, I have the money to support being able to use this card. And then talking about non-taxable annual income, this field only applies if a portion of your income is non-taxable and is optional. Include here any annual income that is exempt from federal income tax. This may include Social Security, child support, public assistance, disability, workers' compensation, and military allowances. If you're under 21, please include your personal income only. Make sure that the welcome offer is included in the offer terms. Once you actually submit the application, American Express is going to do some checks to see, hey, if you're actually eligible for this welcome offer. The wonderful thing is that before you actually send in your application, they're going to give you a decision on whether or not you're eligible for a welcome offer. What this actually means is if you're not eligible, you can cancel your application and not take the hit to your credit. I wish every other credit card company did this. Hit submit. What's going to happen? What's going to happen? You never want to see the pop-up. If you see the pop-up, that usually means that you're not eligible for the welcome offer. The application is submitted. I automatically got the thank you, your application has been received screen. I didn't get the pop-up warning me that I'm not going to be eligible for a welcome offer. This means that I got the welcome offer. I get the screen that says we received your information and the card is approved. So it was that simple, that straightforward. Again, people get caught up with the whole like, oh, it's a business card, I can't get it. Don't. It's not as big of a deal as you think it might be. So now that we've actually gone through the application and the approval to get the AMEX Business Platinum card, let's talk about if it was actually worth it. The annual fee for this card is $695. That is not cheap. Problem is, I already have the personal platinum card. That's also $695 annual fee. So combined in total, I'm looking at an annual fee of $1,390. That is a lot of money for two cards. And if you compare the business platinum with the personal platinum, there's a lot of overlap. Really, the only difference here are going to be the specific statement credits that are on the business platinum versus the personal platinum. And to be completely honest, I kind of value the personal platinum's credits more than the business platinum. For example, for the business card, you have 5x specifically on travel and hotel booked through amextravel.com. But on the personal side, that's 5x on flights just booked anywhere with any of the airlines. And I kind of find that more valuable than having to go specifically through Amex's travel portal. So with all that being said, is the business platinum card really even worth it for me? Well, the short answer is no, it's not. At least not in the long term. I'm not going to typically be spending $5,000 a month as I am right now. And the business expenses that I am currently using, I have other cards for, and they frankly fit my categories better than this does. So with all that being said, why am I applying for this card? That welcome bonus. If we take what the regular proposed value is for MR points, which is 2 cents per point, and we apply this to the 190,000 point welcome bonus, that's 2 cents per point times 190,000. That's a value of around $3,800. For year one in particular, this makes a lot of sense for me. To add everything up, if we take the welcome bonus and add in the Dell credits for the year, the airline fee credit, as well as the global entry credit, it gives me a total of $4,500 in value that I can take advantage of for year one. Subtract out the $695 annual fee, and that still gives me a total of $3,805 worth of value for opening this card. That's a lot of money to gain for travel on money that I was gonna have to spend anyway. And what do I mean by that? Because I did call out that I don't normally have a lot of spend that would justify this card. Almost always true normally for me, but not this year. See, this year I am going to be hit with a pretty substantial tax bill. And because of that, I am very confident that I'll be able to hit that welcome bonus within the time allotted from me opening up the card. I'm going to have to spend money that will hit that welcome bonus anyway, so I'm just taking advantage of an opportunity to get some money back. Once we go past year one, this card starts really not making sense for me again. Without the welcome bonus to help supplement those points, realistically, I'm looking at a total of just $600 worth of value. That's from the Dell credit as well as the airline fee. The annual fee being $695, I'm actually losing value. And so my ultimate plan will be to hold this card for a year, get the welcome bonus, apply those points to future travel, and then unless things change drastically with the card, most likely close out the card during year two. Let's talk about why this card might not make sense for you specifically. The first obvious here is if you don't naturally spend the amount of money that you would need in order to hit the welcome bonus offer, don't get this card. It's never worth it to spend additional money on things that you wouldn't normally spend on just to hit a credit card welcome bonus. That just doesn't seem worth it. Just keep the $15,000. You'd come out ahead in that case. And then another really obvious reason, depending on what your category is and what you care about spending, there are other cards that are just better. For example, if you have some pretty high advertising spend, I would personally look at the Chase Business Inc. Preferred. Basically, it just comes down to like, what are the categories that you naturally spend a lot in? And then finding a business card that naturally works well with that. If you do a lot of travel, then hell, maybe this is a great card for you. That 5X on travel and hotels booked through AMEX Travel, that's pretty nice still. Real talk, if I didn't have a pretty substantial tax payment this year, I would absolutely be skipping this card. At least for year one, I feel I can get some outsized value for picking up this card, which is ultimately why I am doing this. All right, that's all I got. If you like this video, please consider liking the video. If you want more from me, then please check out these videos right here. That's it from me. I hope you found this video useful, and hey, thanks for hanging out.